modification to our cross collar choke. We're in our cross collar choke again. We fall to our underhook side. I scoot him down low, and I'm trapping his arm just like this, shrimping or crossing my feet. Now, how low he is different for everybody. If you're flexible, it doesn't matter, essentially. If you can get your feet up and over and trap the wrist, you're fine, all right? So we're getting into this position. This is important to trap. Even if you can't cross your feet, you should be able to keep this heel tight, all right? Momentarily, at least. Do not let your bottom leg go limp. If they do that, some people can get foot locked, and it's gonna slow you down, okay? So I'm bringing my foot up and I'm hooking ideally, if I can't cross my feet, all right? So I'm hooking, reinforcing. What I'm gonna do from here is my underhook hand is reaching underneath and I'm flaring my knuckles to his wrist. Once I flare his knuckles to his wrist, my knuckles to his wrist, I reach over, I grab his wrist, I grab my wrist, and I get his elbow off the mat to slow him from turning into me, all right? Once I'm in this position, my elbow goes into his neck, my leg releases and swings around his head, and I sit all the way up, connecting his elbow to my chest, pinching my knees. All right, so right here, my knees pinch, my heels bite, and I'm falling to the head. Boom, breaking the grip, straightening up for the finish. All right, so I have my over, my under, I have my cross collar grip, I fall to my underhook side, sliding him down, using my foot on the hip and my arms to extend him lower than my head. My foot comes over, trapping the forearm, just like this, and he's grabbing my wrist, slowing down the choke. Even in this position, there are some people that you're locking their arm right there, so I can't pull my wrist, I'm locking his arm in place. So my underhook hand swims underneath, connecting my knuckles to his wrist. I release the lapel, reach over, and I grab his wrist so I can grab my own wrist just like this. Lifting his elbow off the mat, all right? If he tries to turn into me, it makes it very difficult. If his elbow's on the mat, him turning into me is much more easy, all right? So I'm crossing here, my elbow goes into his neck. Kimura grip, keeping it tight, elbow off the mat. My leg swings around his head just like this, and I am using my thigh over his eyes to stomp his head to the mat, sitting all the way up and getting comfortable in this position, just like this. Connecting the elbow to the chest, pinching the knees, biting the heels, and I'm falling to finish the armbar. There's a couple different variations to finish the armbar. We can scoop the wrist and fall to the head and make like a J motion, all right? We can scoop with the arm closest to the head. I can fall, scoop the leg just like this, and flare my elbow, going back to the center. All right? There's a bunch of different options from that. You guys need to see it again? We're going from the cross collar to the modified cross collar to the Kimura grip to the armbar. Any questions? Ready? 1, 2.